Okay, so this one is Dream, Temperance, the Star, and Stardust. Here we go. Hi. Okay, so these 4 are coming. Oop, there we go. Tomorrow, just about 24 hours, 3 p.m. my time. So it's about 2 o'clock where I am, Eastern. I am going to do some color comparisons. I've pulled out some colors, but if you have any specific requests, let me know. Happy to take requests. Also, specifically if there are any like retired or vault colors that you want me to pull out, I usually try to do my best, but there might be some that I'm missing that you want to see, so let me know. And if you have a vote for which one I should start with, let me know which one you want to see first. My instinct is to go with the purple, to go with Dream, because I think that's the one that people will have the most questions. Nebula, yep, you got it, Peggy, will do. I have Nebula here, if you want to just take a little look while I get settled. And maybe we'll start there. We'll start with Dream, because I feel like that's the one that probably has, like, I don't know, the most other purples, I would say. The Star, yes, I love that one. We can do that one next. Night Court, yep, perfect. Okay, great, I will. Both Nebula and Night Court are both still available. There's Night Court, just so you can visually see. They're both still available. Night Court is low in stock right now. Let me see, I think there's maybe like 30 left, so it'll probably be here for a little while longer. Nebula's good to go. Peggy, you are crushing it. Oh my gosh, you're amazing. Here's Coastal, if that helps. But you're crushing it. Or we're crushing it together. And you got it. I love, these two are like, I don't know, they're like cousins or something, because they're very similar. Like the base color is very similar, but then the finish makes them look really different. It's pretty cool. So excited to share that one with you in a second here. And we're going to start with, we'll start with Dream. I think that'll be the most. Oh, Supernova. Yeah, okay. Let me go grab that one because I did not pull that one out. That one is old. There we go. Yeah, Supernova was like, it was in my first winter collection, and it was only here, my gosh, like just a couple months, basically. Like once it sold out, it went into the vault, and I haven't brought it back, so. It was up for consideration this season, but did not make it. But it's a pretty one. It was, the 2020 winter collection, and then Stardust and Nebula were 2021. I think I have that right. Sometimes my years get a little mixed up in the early days there. Okay. All right, we're going to start with, we'll start with purple. Okay, the way that I'm sitting here is a little hard for me to see comments as they come in, but I'll periodically come check. So if you ask something or have a request and I miss it, like please don't hesitate to ask again. Always happy to check again. And so the way that I usually do this is, I'll share comparisons with colors that are active, and then I'll put them on the nails. We'll talk about them. And then I will show you just kind of in the bottle comparisons to colors that are no longer active, that are vault colors, just because some people might have them, but they're not colors you can get now. So it feels mean to tease you. So I usually don't talk too much about this. I'm just going to grab my base coat. I like to show you how it applies over a base coat, just because that's how most people wear it. So we'll do that real quick. Okay, so we are seeing here, yeah, I have a few purples, and none of them are, each one has a little bit something different here, but I think they'll be fun to chat about regardless. Oh, well, I hope this feels somewhat similar to those. Okay, so this is Dream. This is the one that is coming tomorrow. And I did want to show you it next to Fairy, which came out in last fall. Fairy is in the vault. It sold out in September, I think. Maybe even August. But yeah, it sold out fairly recently. So it's in the vault, so it's not available now. But they are a very similar finish. They're this like very warm metallic as opposed to like Temperance, which has that silver metallic in it. It's a little bit cooler. You'll see that, especially when it's on the nails. But Fairy is much more pink, almost like a fuchsia. And Dream is much more of that like warm purple. So just wanted to show you these. They're definitely, you know, friends, but definitely Fairy is much more pink and Dream is much more purple. So, okay, let's look at these four. Yay. I am going to put on, this is Chosen, which is another warm purple, but it has that kind of golden bronze shimmer, and it's a little bit more visible. So you see the shimmer versus the metallic. The shimmer is a little bit more contrasting in Chosen. And then Nebula is a foil metallic, so it's actually a closer, in terms of its like components and the formula, it's closer to like the star or Stardust, but it is purple. And then this is Crocus, which is our scattered holographic purple. So different finishes, but just helpful to see how they compare, I think. Yes. Hey. And if you are just joining or you can't stay, I will post the replay of this live to both my Instagram here and also over on YouTube. So if you like to watch longer videos over on YouTube, you can catch it there as well. Okay, so this is Chosen on my pointer finger. And now this one is going to be Dream. Dream is really fun. So this color was originally, I only offered it at in-person events. So at markets or pop-ups, craft fairs, that kind of stuff. It actually was never available on my website. And I, this year, decided to pull back and do fewer in-person events. And so I just decided that Dream needed to have a chance online because I didn't want it to totally disappear. I wanted to still offer it, but I wasn't going to do as many in-person events anymore. So I'm really excited for it to have its online debut here. The people who got it in person loved it. I think it's one of my mom's favorite colors. So, okay, so this is Nebula. Chosen is such a good purple. I totally agree. I love that shimmer. And then this will be Crocus. Ah. Again, very different finishes here, but I feel like sometimes it just helps you get a better sense of like what the base color is going to be when you compare it to other colors. This is one coat of everything. I will go in with a second just so you can see what it looks like, but hopefully that's a good initial glimpse. Okay, Sammy's favorite is Chosen. D, no worries, we just got started. This is the first color, so you haven't missed much. All right, so I'm gonna go in with a second coat, although I would say I feel like definitely Crocus needs a second coat. I think those scatter holographics, you know, they're not too opaque on that first coat because you really want that glitter to come through, right? So that's by design. But I feel like these other three are actually pretty good in one coat, but I will do a second just in case. Ginger for Halloween. I love that. Oh, that's so good. You must be a purple fan. You have 3 of the 4. I do think they're all different enough that they're going to give you different vibes. Okay, so that's 2 coats of Chosen. That one is from last fall's collection, 2024. Here we go. Oh, there we go. I do think if you're a Chosen fan, you're going to love Dream, because they're both that like really pretty warm purple, but you know, the like bronze gold shimmer in Chosen versus the kind of ribbon metallic finish. Definitely different vibes. So I think if you like one, you will definitely like the other. And I feel the same way about Nebula. I really like how warm Nebula is, even though like the purple is super warm. But then the metallic makes it almost a little cool. I really like it. Oh my gosh, we started with a good color, y'all. Purple was a good way to start. Really excited about it. Okay, here we go. There's Crocus. These are quick swatches. I am not aiming for perfection. I am just aiming for enough to show you what the color looks like, so you'll forgive any, you know, kind of messy cuticles, and I didn't shape my nails. We're just rolling with it. Holy cow. Oh my gosh. I have become a purple fan. When I first started painting my nails, I wasn't a huge purple fan, but now I'm clearly a little bit obsessed. I'm really into it. Okay, so we have Chosen, which has that gold bronze shimmer in the warm purple base, and then we have Dream, which is the warm purple ribbon metallic. It kind of gives you that like satiny, ribbony finish. Nebula is a warm foil metallic, so you can see a little bit more of those kind of metallic glitter particles in there. It's not going to be as, you know, it's going to have a little bit of that. It's not texture, but you can like see the particles, versus in the ribbon finish in Dream. And then Crocus is a cooler purple than these other 3, I think, and it's in our scattered holographic finish, so pretty different, but just think it's helpful to see compared to these. Yeah. Yes, we're going into holidays. The whole kind of theme of this collection is like reflection and like taking a moment to pause and breathe and think and dream and like check in with yourself kind of during a busy season. And so to me, that's like New Year's is so much about that. But it can be easy to forget to do those things when you're in the hustle and bustle of the holidays. So I want them to be like party vibes, but I want them to also remind you to like slow down and take care of yourself in, you know, what can be kind of an insane time of year. I'm pretty excited. Last year, in December, I did 4 days of markets, in-person events, and I also launched a collection in December. And no, I didn't launch a collection in December. That was the year before. The year before, I did 3 days of in-person events and launched a collection. Last year, I just did 4 days of in-person events last year, but no collection. And this year, I'm doing neither of those things. So I'm thrilled with that. This is our last color drop of the year. So there's no more coming in 2025. And I'm excited about that. Yeah. Okay, so those were the purples. Oh, and let me show you, this was one that Peggy asked about. Peggy asked about it compared to the blue, but I'll show you it compared to this one too. So here is Temperance, which is coming tomorrow. It'll be new in this year's collection. This is Supernova, which is a real throwback. You can tell Peggy knows her Olive Ab Polished colors. Peggy, this one came out in 2020, so in the first ever winter collection that I did. And then Dream is coming tomorrow. So yeah, here we go. Hopefully that's helpful. So this one's in the vault, but just in case you have it. And these are the 2 that will be available. tomorrow. Okay, I want to do silver because I love it. Yes, the new blue is so good, and it's like so different from anything else that I have. I can't wait to show you the blues. Okay, so here are, I don't really know how to organize these. Here are some sparkly gray silvers. This one is a topper. This is Hail, so I'm actually probably not even going to paint this one, but just wanted to show it to you, I guess. Yeah, it's a topper, so it has a clear base. No, I'll paint it. I'll show you what it looks like. But it doesn't have any color, any pigment in the base. It's just that fine scattered holographic glitter. And then Icicle has a light gray base with that scattered holographic. So it's a scattered holographic cream. This one is from the 2 years ago winter collection, so 2023. And then the star in the center here, this is the silver foil metallic that will be coming out tomorrow. I really love both this one and Stardust have a formula that just like gives you no brush strokes. So I really like the formula here. Okay, let's see. People love blue. You're my people. Okay, and then Night Court was in last year's winter collection, 2024. Hail and Icicle both are in stock, have pretty good stock. I think I just restocked Hail fairly recently. Night Court is low in stock and will be retired once it sells out. It'll go into the vault. So I think it has like 30 bottles left. So it's low in stock, but should be, available, I would guess, through the end of the month, but we'll see. Okay, let's go with Hail. I'll just show you what this looks like in 2 coats, just so you can see it. And if there are any others that it would be helpful to see here, please let me know. Always happy to go pull more out. So here's Hail. Am I in the right place? Yeah, here we go. That's just 1 coat. I will show you it built up in 2 here in a second, but totally agree. Stardust and the star will be so lovely together. Yep. I feel like I'm not very creative. I mean, no, I am creative, but I don't do a lot of nail art. But the people who do nail art, I think, will come up with some really fun ways to use those 2 colors together and on their own. But I'm really excited. Okay, so this is Icicle. This one is that scatter holographic cream formula. So it's the same formula as Raindrop and Spark, where it's going to behave like a cream, but it has a little bit of that sparkle in there. And then this is going to be the star. This is the one coming out this year. Obsessed. Okay, I do think my metallic formula is pretty good. You don't get brush strokes, but with any metallic, you always want to just try to manipulate it as little as possible. So I usually try to do 3 brush strokes. You don't want too much polish on the brush, right? And it's gonna be the same with Night Court. That way you just get that really pretty like chrome look with no brush strokes kind of interrupting it. So here's Night Court. This one is more of like a charcoal gray metallic, so it's definitely a bit deeper and darker. It's less of that like pure silver foil. But holy cow. When I wear a Night Court, it just makes me feel like a badass. I feel like it's like so cool. Okay, so I'll show you 2 coats of Hail built up. Just in case. I feel like that could be a good sparkle as well. Yeah. I'm so glad you like the star, Sammy. I think it's so fun. And then here's 2 coats of Icicle. I love Icicle. I think it's so dainty. And gray to me is like my favorite neutral to wear. So I love this one. I don't know how well it's coming through, but And I feel like, I mean, yeah, so I think Night Court is a little more sheer. I mean, it's not sheer by any means, but I think in that first coat, I would definitely do a second coat of Night Court. I would definitely do a second coat of Icicle, which I've done now. But the Star looks pretty good in one coat. So if you're in a rush, you know. I was having, I don't know, I've been laughing at myself. I'm like writing, you know, copy for emails and ads and stuff about this collection and talking about holiday parties. I'm like, I don't really go to any holiday parties, but I still like to have festive nails, even on my couch. You know, there's nothing wrong with getting dressed up for yourself. All right, there we go. Okay, so let me tell you about these four. All right, so Hail is a silver holographic topper. So I'm showing you here in two coats, but it's intended to go, you know, over other colors, which is why it's a little bit dainty. And then Icicle is a scattered holographic cream. So it just has a little bit of that holographic sparkle. And then the Star is a silver foil metallic. You get that really pretty kind of reflective chromy finish. And then Night Court is more of a charcoal gray foil metallic. So it's much deeper and almost has like a blue undertone compared to the Star. So it gives you a very different vibe on the nails. Yeah, so good. Yes, agreed. We need to have a party. All right, so those were silvers. I'm trying to think about, I don't think there's anything else. I mean, I'll just show you these two together. So this is the Star and Stardust. Stardust is coming tomorrow as well. And the Star is coming. Those are the two kind of metallic-y friends. This one I call Rose Gold. And this one is more of like a pure silver, if that helps to kind of situate them. Yeah, totally dressy. Night Court's dressy. I agree. And I think we'll do Stardust next. We'll save the blue for last. So Stardust, I have fewer to compare it to. So if there's any that you want to see, please let me know. I'm grabbing Pigment, which just came out, just came back from the vault in my October drop. Sorry, in my September drop. We are currently in October right now. And then I also will show you it compared to Evolve, which is a copper topper that just came out in the October or the September drop as well. Hey Madeline, glad you could make it. Hi. Yay. I love going live. I think it's so fun. And I'm glad you could join. Let me know if you have any questions or if there's anything you want to see. Oh wow, Evolve or Pigment. Which one was your first one? Both great choices, whichever one it was. You made a great choice. Okay, here we go. So the other one I will show you is Foliage. Pigment. Oh, great choice. I love Pigment so much. So Pigment, when it first was released in 2022. Yeah, 2022. It sold out like faster than any color. I was like floored. I mean, I loved it, but I don't know, I was floored. And so I brought it back in September from the vault, and it was the second time. Yeah. Oh, great. Well, thank you, Andrea. Thank you for turning you into a customer. I'm glad to have you. Okay, I'm going to show you. Foliage is another color that is currently in the vault. It sold out in, I think, September, maybe August. And I'll show you that one next to Stardust. they have a pretty different finish. So foliage is more of a shimmer. Stardust is going to be that kind of foil metallic, and foliage is much warmer. It doesn't have as much of the kind of silvery tone to it. Yeah. Oh, geez, I just knocked my phone. Okay, let me throw my base coat back on here. All right, so here we're gonna do these three. I'm actually testing a, it's gonna sound like you're a plant in the audience. I'm testing a remover that might be coming in 2026. That's what I am currently using. Okay, here is Evolve. This one, like Hail, is intended to be a topper, but I'll show you it built up in 2 coats just in case you want to get, you know, a little glitter. This one does look in the base like it has some pigment to it, but it is totally clear. There's no color here. So I'll show you this one in 1 coat and then in 2. And this one, if you missed it, Evolve is our first glitter topper that is made with plastic-free glitter. So it's made with glitter that has a cellulose, so plant-based core, so it doesn't create any microplastics, which I love. And there might be more of those coming in 2026, not to just drop like 100 hints, but I really love Evolve. Okay, here is Stardust. Oh my gosh, I missed this color. I try not to like talk too much about colors that aren't currently available because that feels mean. So I try not to do it. And I've missed this one. I love it so much. It's such a pretty, so pretty. You know what? I'm going to throw the star on my pinky just because I don't have anything else on. And I feel like it'd be helpful for you to see both. Since we have the room. Here we go. Love it. Okay, we'll do a second coat of Evolve. If I was painting my nails for real, I would probably give them slightly longer to dry in between. I don't usually wait a ton in between coats because I do fairly thin coats, but I'm just doing quick swatches to show you the colors, so I'm not too worried about it. So that's 2 coats of Evolve. It's a nice, like, subtle... I know, every time I do these comparisons, I'm like, oh, these would all be such good Skittles. On this thumb, I would do like maybe Sequoia or something. Like, yeah, right? Perfect. All right, here's the second coat of Pigment. Pigment is in the same, I call it a ribbon metallic versus the foil metallic. It's in the same kind of ribbon metallic finish as both Temperance and Dream. Yeah, there we go. And then Stardust. And there we go. The star. Are together. Here we go. Okay. Throw these down. All right, can you see all 4 of those? Lovely, lovely. Okay, so Evolve is our copper glitter topper made from plastic-free glitter. pigment is our coppery brown metallic. Stardust is a rose gold foil metallic, and then the star is a pure silver foil metallic. And I feel like seeing pigment and stardust next to each other probably gives a really good glimpse into the difference between those two kinds of metallic finish that we have. Lovely, so good. I'm also really loving Evolve, just like in 2 coats on its own. I haven't actually worn it that way before, and I'm really enjoying that. Okay, now we're gonna do blues. So here is Temperance. This is the one that is coming tomorrow, and I'm gonna show you it next to Reflection. I think this one, no, I was gonna say I thought this one is low in stock, but I actually think that's wrong. I think I'm wrong about that. So Reflection is, was in 2 years ago for the first time, winter collection. And it is a really deep royal blue base with a bright royal blue shimmer in it. Temperance is a very pretty royal blue metallic. And then Coastal is a bright royal blue jelly with that kind of brighter shimmer. Can you catch that? Yeah, there you go. Oh, so beautiful. And then Peggy had asked about Supernova, which again is has not been available, I think, since like 2021, if I'm remembering correctly, but there it is compared to Temperance, if any of you have that throwback. Okay, let me clear this off here. Let me see if I can catch up. I feel like I at the park last week. Ooh, from Sienna, so good. I love Sienna. Sienna is definitely a like a, what's the right word? It's like an if you know you know color. Like some people love it, and then other people don't. Yes, it is. Totally agree. Reflection is so good. For those of you who don't know, I'll grab Sienna while I take off this color so you can see what Peggy's talking about. So good. Love it. Okay, and then this is my last color, so if there are any comparisons that I didn't do or that you've been curious about, feel free to drop those in. I'm happy to do those. Same if you watch the replay, feel free to ask any questions. Let me see. There it is. Feel free to drop any, and I'm happy to do more. I did do the purple Jordan. I'll pull it back out when I'm done with this one. I can just show you them in the bottles. And then this replay will be on my Instagram. And I also will post it on my YouTube. It usually takes me, a few minutes to get up on YouTube, but it'll be up on YouTube so you can come back and watch it later as well. But I can pull back out the bottles and show you real quick. Here they are. This is Chosen Dream Nebula Crocus. Just a real quick comparison for you there. Okay, let's go. We're gonna go darkest to lightest. Here's Reflection. This is always good too, like some of these colors that I haven't painted in a little while. I'm like, oh, gotta clean that neck. So I'm just gonna do that while my base coat dries. Oh, so good. It's so satisfying. Look at all that came off. Ooh. Do as I say, not as I do, my friends. Clean your bottles every time you use them, but I don't do that. I try. All right, so we're gonna do Reflection. I'd say Reflection and Coastal are both kind of more of that like crowley base so that you can really see that shimmer. which is nice, I think. So I definitely think 2 coats of both of those is what you want. Yes, okay, you didn't know. So the reason that I say to clean the necks of your bottles is because air is what will make your polish dry out and get all like goopy and hard to use. And so if there's polish dried on the neck of your bottle, it makes it so that you can't get a tight seal, and it means that air can get into your bottle, which dries it out. And you know, when you like find a bottle of nail polish that has been kind of in a cabinet somewhere for years and it's just like total goop, you can't even like get your brush out, it's because there was too much air in it. And it should be a pretty tight seal, you know, if there's nothing dried on the outside so that air can't get in. But sometimes we have to give it a little help, clean it off. Yeah, and sometimes it's hard to see, like on these darker colors, I find it hard to see, so I try to remind myself to clean it, even if I don't see anything visibly. I try to remind myself to clean it. Yeah, it does. Top coat's gonna dry out faster, probably because you use it more often, right? You like open it every time you paint your nails. But definitely cleaning it out will help it to kind of slow that down a little bit. Okay, so that's Coastal. We're gonna go back to Reflection for a second coat. I would say, I think the metallics, a lot of times you can get away with just 1 coat. I do think both Reflection and Coastal here, because they're that kind of more jelly base so that you can see the shimmer, you're gonna wanna do 2 coats of those. Like, look, it just deepens up Reflection especially so much. So pretty on 2 coats, I think. I pretty much always do 2 coats of everything. I don't know if I'm alone in that. Even the ones that are 1 coat, I feel like it's like so habitual for me at this point to do 2 coats. But let me see. Okay, and then here's Coastal. Okay, here we go. Ooh. So Coastal came back this summer. Temperance will be here, available tomorrow, and Reflection is from 2023. Yeah. Okay, so here they are. Reflection is that deep blue with the royal blue shimmer, and then Temperance is the royal blue ribbon metallic, and Coastal is a royal blue with that pretty contrasting shimmer. There we go. Okay, I'm back. I think I'm back. I released Coastal in the summer, but I feel like it's good for any season. So, all right. So those are my comparisons. Let me pull out. These are the 4 that are coming tomorrow. Here we go. So beautiful. They are out tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, and at some point tomorrow, hopefully before 3 p.m., we will see. I will have a live swatch and review up on YouTube if you want to hear more about kind of the inspiration behind each of the colors, see them in action. But you can also see live swatches, etc. on my website. Those are up there. And they will be released individually and also as a bundle. So you can grab all 4 easily, or you can just grab the ones you're most excited about. I also have an option on my website that's always there to build your own bundle. So if you buy 3 or more individuals, you get an automatic discount. And if you buy 5 or more, you get a better automatic discount. And that's always available. So you can kind of make your own winter bundle. You can grab my kind of curation for the holidays, or you can just grab a couple shades individually. But if you have any questions, feel free to drop them, in the comments on this video, whether you're watching on Instagram, YouTube, etc., or shoot us a DM and we're happy to help. Okay, have a great rest of your week, everybody. Bye.